Arca 1964 here. Some third round matches have just finished, so I'll go through my 3s over 6 matches that took place today. Ratajski beating Plaisier 4-3. I couldn't catch much of this game, nor Andy Gilding, Woodhouse, as I was switching between darts and the rather high quality racing of various places like Leopardstown, Kempton and Chepstow. So I actually got switched all over from look like Plaisier going to win. I quickly watched, I think it was Wayward Ladnoff's chase at Kempton, and Plaisier was throwing for a match. I started, I think, at 140 in the leg, which actually hadn't quite responded in a manner. So I switched over, thinking, oh, that's annoying, I wonder what to this race at Kempton. Switched back in, expecting the match to be ending there, or it have ended, and suddenly found it still going. And then there's a commentator of it was saying that Plaisier missed 3 match starts. And in the end, Ratajski gets over the line 4-3. Ratajski's got the quarterfinals before. Plaisier, he's had a decent enough year, I think, but that maybe was his big chance to go through. So it's going to be interesting quarterfinalists, because they come to the next game immediately here, as Luke Woodhouse beating one of my favourite players, Andrew Gilding. Frankly, I didn't see much of the game, as frankly, I'm afraid Gilding didn't really turn up. His record in the post-Christmas action isn't great. Here he's never got to a 4th round. As I like the guy, but it's a poor performance, 86 against 95 in the averages. I don't know what it is, but the same commentaries, Gilding just doesn't seem to get going after any Christmas break, and his record actually winning more than one match isn't great. Well, last year I think he was seeded, so it may well be seeded, so only played 1 game before the 3rd round. This time he won 2 titles, and actually really good averages. It was actually over, at least I think both times at 10 above what he had today. It's going to be disappointing for him. He's still hovering on top 32, so it's not a bad time. Woodhouse, though, making progress again. Currently, ranked 25. He looks like he's going up. He'll play with Ratajski. That is going to be an interesting 4th round, because it's difficult to call that one, I would say. The averages, I just want a quick look here, out of interest. Ratajski has a slightly higher average than Woodhouse, so that's a give back to Ratajski. But then again, like I said, Gilding would beat Woodhouse, because Gilding's averages early in the tournament better than Woodhouse's. But they're going to both run into Luke Little, who will come to in a minute. Match 3, John Clayton and Zonneveld, a top quality game there. Zonneveld making great headway. He's world rank 44. Clayton, I felt Clayton a great chance of it getting to the semi-finals. He may have a better chance now as a guy coming to Stephen Bunting soon. So Clayton, I said, has a great chance of the semi-finals first time ever. He's really his tournament, this one, totally. Got I said before a few times, got a 4th round once, beating, I think was he got to 4th round once after beating Josh Rock, who was in really good form. I think favourite against him in the 3rd round about, I think, maybe 3 years ago. He did enough against Zonneveld, who played really, really well, and his other player was on the up. But Clayton now has got a nice run through. He had to lose that bye because of Dom Taylor's drugs issue in the 2nd round, and he's got a nice little. He could have a nice little run here. And he will play Andreas Harrysson, and I come down to this Harrysson now. I had my issues about Pietreczko. I had Harrisson's marginal favourite in this game, wasn't sure. I just felt Pietreczko didn't always turn up in this country, just smashed 4th round last year, and sometimes it was a bit wrong for him, and he had an awful match against Aspinall when he got to 4th round last year. I think he didn't even throw 80, I think. It was just a shocking performance. And he kept himself in the match with 1 large finish. One for a vet out of nothing a leg where he had not really done much in. But when he was 7.5 down the averages, 100 plus, scores over 100 and above, including 141.8. He was well behind on that. I think it's 10 behind on. Hang on, that's 12 behind on that. And he just didn't. He kept himself in the match with those last finishes. But he can't keep doing that, frankly. And Harrysson, a magnificent time. I'm only a minute, World Cup 114, but he's been talked of the start of the tournament. There was talk of him possibly even upsetting Ross Smith, and I wasn't sure he would do that. I thought Ross Smith had a chance for 4th round, I was saying, because I thought it was a really weak part of the draw. And I felt that someone slightly unexpected, even though Ross Smith has a poor record, generally World Championship might make it through. That person is in fact Andreas Harrysson. He's got to a 4th round. But he's going to play Johnny Clayton. I really think Clayton should a safe enough win that game though. Then I think Stephen Bunting, James Hurrell, and I think the same situation as the previous game, Harrysson versus Pietreczko. But Bunting had to come himself in with two great finishers, but was always being outscored by James Hurrell. He was really consistent. Apparently, Bunting is under the weather, and that may well be the case. But as I've said a couple of times, his sort of people's champions comment is annoying people. There's a lot of comments on our so-called Twitter saying Plaisier Bunting's actually lost. Now, social media isn't the greatest barometer of public opinion, shall we say, it's just opinion. People are posting on there. But Bunting, the problem Bunting had, and I didn't have an issue with Bunting until recently, is calling himself a people's champion. That's a problem. He didn't call him that. If you call yourself a people's champion, you're going to start annoying people. And he then started off to his last match, he's saying we're darts fans of a crowd in the alley pally. And I think, well, we're darts fans. There are people who go to the, say, I don't know, the county has crowds, probably some little cows, even the WWF Championship, the local leagues. They're for fans of darts. The alley pally crowd, I'm not saying there's no fans of darts there, but for piss up as much as anything. And, it was a strange comment from Bunting to say, basically, they're the real fans of darts. We'll shout your name. Just say Aspinall. I used to think Aspinall, I couldn't stand why he was so popular. He seems a nice guy, actually, and I actually seen him in exhibition. I don't mind him so much. But Bunting, I think he's just, it wasn't good enough today. And it's a matter of your people's champion, that's the only thing you're champion of, frankly, if you're that at all. And holds a magnificent championship here. Now we'll play, I think it's the first match tomorrow, which I may miss, Mark Schindler 1 Searle. That's winnable. I'm a great Searle fan. I think Searle out of slight favourite over Schindler. Neither great from a TV. So Hull is a magnificent chance to make quarterfinals. I'm not sure who are those favourites. I might have who wins the Schindler Searle game. Maybe it's favourite against Hull. Certainly not overwhelmingly. And Hull has an opportunity he might not get again of getting to a quarterfinals where he'll play probably Johnny Clayton, could be in his house, and that'd be a really intriguing quarterfinal. Last match of the day, 4-0 win for Luke Litt over Mentor Suljovic. It was a closer game than that. Mentor's average of 96, actually a perfectly good average. Litt was a sensational though. 107 average, his second highest average of the tournament behind Jean Van Veen. He was just great. I mean, it was just Mentor, bizarre enough, did not win, but he did not win. He won one leg on his fall. I thought he didn't. The first two legs he won. The second set was breaking a little throw, strangely enough. But Litt is in magnificent form. He would have beaten the whinging Del Cullen if he'd had to beat the Suljovic. There's no doubt whatsoever would have happened there. He's gonna play whoever wins between Woodhouse and Ratajski. I mean, there's no, I can't really see him. Before I'd actually win that one as well. He's by far the best player in the world, and he's a deserved favourite. He's so probably also on favourite by now. Always a day where some great players out, but he has that off day, he'll be under threat. The reason he's tournament favourite is he's the best player in the world.